Hello, good day to everyone. Um, it's been a while. I did not take any video presentation about the books that I read, but uh, I am a little busy with my classes. So uh, we are using right now. We are using the platform of Microsoft Teams, and we are very fortunate enough that the university is providing us the all the technological and especially the communication needs for uh, the university. We are having fun and we are happy in using this Microsoft team. Okay? We collaborated. The last time I have this video in my blog is I am not using it's a raw that is in the beginning of the pandemic, a raw video. But now I am already, since the start of our classes online, we use the Microsoft Teams, and we are fortunate enough that even myself, I can prove it that the online data that we are gathering every time we have classes are all in the system of the university. Even the transcript of my talking here, it's all recorded. The chat, the email, the activities of the class, and all the assignments, the projects are all intact inside our Microsoft Team classroom. So what I'm doing, even I'm doing some of the hybrid classes. Even if I go on site or online, still all the projects, all the documents are inside the Microsoft team because it's easier. You know, before we have this Microsoft, before we bought Microsoft uh, platform for education and higher education, Microsoft Teams, it's very hard. We use the Facebook and Google, although they are the freeware is also good, can compete, but not only about the, you know, it's only it's all about the security of the data you have inside the university assignments, videos of the assignment videos of the students. You need to secure that, and that is why I'm very happy almost all the time in my classes during years, 2 years now. I always thank the university for providing us this system that even today, since the start of my online class, even today I can show the recorded video classes, the all the documents, actually the projects of the students. Okay, uh, but I'm still, until now I'm still learning the Microsoft education platform because it's really good. Uh, I can dig again the assignments from the past. Everything is there. Just imagine before, if you like 2 semesters, 3 semesters, the assignment of one student from 3 semesters ago, it's all gone. But today it's easy. It's very easy. You can still the the system will organize it for you. Just imagine the whole office with all the papers, assignments. your students buy the notebook and then write their assignment number one, assignment number two in the notebook, and then send it to you by paper notebook. The next semester, the notebook is gone because it's not like, for example, in one class you have 80 students. It's very hard to, but if you use Microsoft Team, Microsoft Notes, the system will organize for you. Of course, you need to learn a little bit of this click and that, but it's very easy, very easy. And not only easy, what I like with the system is that, especially for test evaluation, what is important in test evaluation is that it's not only how uh, it's not only how how the student answer or how much one student got in the midterm exam or final exam. It's not all about that. Actually, an exam, a test, is not a test only for the student, but in general, as a whole, it's a test for the teacher. And if you use the paper exam, it's good. We live for that in many years. That's good. But it's like just imagine like computing using abacus, and now you use calculator and computer. What is important even in finance and accounting and marketing is how you analyze the data you get from the exam. Example, number one. Number one, why a lot of students did not get number one question exam. That is very hard if you use the paper exam, because even counting how many in the population, for example, in a population of one class, 120 students in one class, and then you get all the, of course you can check manually, that's fine, but to analyze each number and calculate and give a graph. Number one, why a lot of students got very low. Number two, okay, and that is not the evaluation of the student, but it's an evaluation for the teacher. And the next, what is important there is the follow up. The follow up after the exam, any kind of exam, as a teacher, you need to evaluate why number one, a lot of students did not get. Okay, I will review again this lesson. What lessons cover this number one question? Maybe chapter one and chapter two in my textbook, and then I will go back, and then maybe you can have a question and answer for number one. And that is the good thing with the Microsoft Forms, in which in my last blog I emphasize the accuracy. The word there is accuracy. Okay, the word there is accuracy. It's more accurate if you use the system of Microsoft. If you want the analysis of the result of the class, okay, it is very accurate. That's what I can, because I'm enjoying the data. Assignment, check their assignment, and even the group project. I give a research project. The group project, I can see my students by group. In one group, I give them like 5, 6 groups, one class. In their research project and case study, I can see them live online when they edit their document. See that? When they edit their document, I can see them, typing and deleting all the Microsoft uh, document inside the Microsoft team. It's live. It's very good. Okay, very good. So, uh, as a whole, again, I would like to thank the university because it's you are giving us the good way how to evaluate not only my students but to myself. Okay, I learn from my students. I cannot improve without my students. My students is a reflection of my teaching. So again, going back to Microsoft platform, any uh, actually in Google you have the same thing. There's a Google Forms. You can use that, but you know, this one is secured. Anything that I need, I can ask the IT office of the university to download all my files in my account only. It's all there. It's like a bank. Okay? Microsoft is like a bank of knowledge and information about the university. And if you want your account, you want your receipt of your account, it's very easy. You can download easily. Download easily. But if you have the freeware, the Zoom, it's very hard. Very hard. Very hard. Okay. Why I said that? Because I just want to take, for example, in my class, it's a simple class, the day-to-day class, and we are enjoying the accuracy of the data. Okay. Some student will even correct my points and my announcement last week. Teacher, you said this, and then they will go to the transcript. Okay, you said this, and then they will get the screenshot. Teacher, you said this. Why you changed the plan this week? Yeah, oh, okay, I'm sorry. So those are the things. Accuracy is better in this system. Um, Even on site, I still use the system, although minus the video. Better if the university can put all. It's quite impossible, but you, you put all the classrooms with the video. It's not for the university to see the teacher, no, but the recording. You know why? Because, like for example, if my students will study, like for example, for the midterm exam or for the final exam, I will tell my students, okay, you review video number 1 to video number 6, and then video number 7 to 12 for final exam. Because video number 1, chapter 1, video number 2, chapter 2, okay. For example, in midterm exam, you will have like video 1 to 6, chapter 1 to 6. So what is good with the video is that the students can go back to chapter 1, open the book, open the ebook, and listen to your class again. That is the good thing there. In on-site, it's good. It's good. You can interact there, which I will discuss later. Why kotler in marketing? We will connect this to the customer's view in marketing. But I discuss about my students because I want to personally tell you the advantage. It's all about data. It's all about information that I admire this kind of system because when my students, example, meeting one, chapter 1, and when the midterm exam is approaching, we are already in meeting number 6. And when I will say to my student, okay, review chapter one, review meeting one, during the on-site, they just open their book. They cannot listen to me again. Of course, if they will take my video in the class, they are diligent enough, then okay. But with this, my students can go back to chapter one with my lesson in chapter one again. Listen to me again, maybe many times if they cannot understand, and ask me question. I told my class, if you cannot understand lesson number one, video number one, call me, ask me, and maybe we will have a meeting in my office, especially in your projects. I think I'm after of the accuracy of the information from student to teacher. And in my last blog, I look at and browse my website. Uh, in my last blog, borderless education. That is my last blog. Borderless education. I discussed there in my writing about the exchange of knowledge. Okay, the exchange of knowledge across the uh, across universities and industry. And that is what Cutler in this book, I will show you a little bit later about his book. Actually, his book, in this blog, I discuss 4.0, but I will show you later I will show you later 5.0. In my last blog, Borderless Education, I discussed there the convergence between industry and the higher education system, the university. This is a common in my research as well. Uh, this is a common problem because especially the private sector, private companies are there. Of course, they want profit. They're a capitalist. Um, they upgrade their technology so fast that we sometimes neglect to study in our classrooms in higher education, in any field, in business, in engineering, in social sciences. Uh, why? Because we are not uh, informed of the uh, whereabouts and the upgrade technologies in the real business manufacturing, for example. And that is my blog last time. I posted it March 6th, borderless education. And with these online classes, I told you a few minutes ago about the accuracy of my students and myself as a teacher. In a bigger scale, in my last blog, my writing blog, I discuss about education, continued education from universities and industry. And this is higher education, specific to the faculty of engineering, of business, the manufacturing. Because as I write in my blog that we are already in the data revolution, okay? The fourth industrial revolution. Data means knowledge. The knowledge data that you input in your system, in your business industry, in your manufacturing, for example. And this in in this book of Cutler, it's 4.0, but I will show you later, and maybe I will write in the next blog 5.0. What is this point? 4.0, 5.0, from 2.0, 1.0, 2.0, 3.0, 4.0. This book is 4.0. What is this numbers all about? Okay. And I wrote that in my last writing blog that is in, I published last, I think that is February 24th. Okay. It's the transformation. It's global tech. Okay. Global tech. We are actually, we look at the blog of global tech, transformation and order in the new fourth industrial revolution, rebuilding the Tower of Babel. If you look at that writing that I have there, uh, it's all about global tech and upheaval. It's actually the merging of machines and human. The concept there with many writers and authors of books is that we need to survive as human being, okay? And since before we are surviving with our ecology, our ecosystem, we fight with the virus, we fight with the elephants, we fight with the dinosaurs, animals, weather today, weather and virus. It's there all the time. And our human body is organic, and we need the help of technology. And that is the thing there. And with our nature of going together as a group, okay, we can have more human power if we are in our organization. But organization today is like, for example, you go to the university, you go to the company. Why you go to the office? Why do you need to meet with your manager, with your supervisor? Why do you need to meet there? Are you meeting there just to drink your coffee? Are you going to meet there just to drink your coffee? No. You go there to meet your minds. You are not there to meet just for coffee. You meet there to discuss things and so on, to make your organization in a process of, for example, case study, right? Brainstorm and discuss things about a problem that you need to solve. But all of that is being challenged by time and the technology of capitalism, that we need the aid and the help of computing. That is the main thing there. You need to remember that. We need the aid of computing. Since before time, we try to calculate things in any field. Everything is mathematics, economics, mathematics, finance, everything, engineering, mathematics. But because our world, our cities, our nations, our kingdoms are becoming more complicated in problems. For example, police problems, military problems, any civic problems need calculation. That's why I pity those countries that are having, you know, they are in the legislative bodies of the country, the lower house and the higher house, but I don't know. It's not data driven, not data driven. I don't know. Governance, the parity and the slack between, private companies and the government. It's not that uh, will not coincide because the government, the public government, is not more scientific. Some parts of the world, especially the third world countries, that is the we need the help of the IMF there, we need the help of the WTO and the United Nations there, because diplomacy is far beyond the reasoning of these private entities, private companies. So that's it. That is the the point of Cutler. And Cutler is called it he is the father of scientific marketing. Remember, marketing is a science from economics, finance, the birth of a new. It's uh, marketing is before IT. Now we have the information technology in the business faculty. Long time ago, it's just only commerce. Only commerce. There's no accounting. There is no only business commerce. But then again, I told you that science in business is becoming more specific. That we need to open new field of study like accounting, everything, human resource management, and this Philip Cutler is he is a fan of the father of management as well. After World War II, we have the industrialization of the United States. We have Peter Drucker. If you look at all the videos down in this blog, you look at all the videos of Cutler. He always admire the philosophies, the business philosophies, and all the concepts of in management of Peter Drucker. If maybe I have time later, I have free time, I can talk to you about Peter Drucker. But I I will talk about uh, Cutler first because Cutler is revolutionizing marketing with information technology in the supply chain. Okay, because Cutler is after of the value chain. The value chain. That's why a lot of professors, a lot of teachers in the university are using the textbook of Cutler. By the way, his textbook in marketing management is already, I'm not sure now, but as far as I can remember, it's up to marketing management up to 17th edition, 18th now. I'm not sure, but Cutler and Killer, Kevin Killer, they upgraded so many times that what is the point of Cutler in his marketing management book is that he tries to connect the industry activities, the marketing activities of the industry through case study at the end of the chapter. So inside the chapter, example chapter 1, you have you have uh, the theories inside chapter 1, and all those theories are connected with the actual case study, the recent actual case study at the end of the at the end of the chapter, so the learners, the students, and myself can study. Okay, can study, and that is why a lot of students, sorry, a lot of teachers as well, uh, they are fond of, they love to use the Cutler textbook. But this book, okay, I will now show my screen. This video is run by Microsoft, supported by Microsoft. I will now share my screen. Um, I will just talk to you a little about my. By the way, if I want to write, okay, if I want to write, I will use the Microsoft Notes. Okay, so I have this notes. Notes is very good. Again, I told you a long time ago. As I can remember, my students will give me the notebook, the paper notebook, and paper notebook. Uh, the student can only share to his teacher, his teacher and his classmates, for example. But today, it's you can share it with other universities. Okay, you can share with other classes. In my last blog, I talk about the blockchain of knowledge that you can create in the internet. And this is Microsoft Notes from the university. Again, thank you so much. Um, Marketing 4.0. This is the book that Cutler published. Not, it's not recent anymore. It's 3 years ago, I think. But what is, if you observe the thinking of Cutler, he wrote this book 4.0, but later he wrote again with his company, et al. He wrote 5.0. From 4.0 to 5.0, I will write a blog about this later after 4.0. Technology for humanity. It's more on the economy, the world economy, the globalization. Okay, to achieve a globalized economy, Cutler emphasized the importance of digitalization. Digitalization will make the world economy more accurate in giving information in any aspect: finance, accounting, whatever, medical, right? You can send information from Asia. Say, for example, you have a medical example in a, not in business or whatever, in a medical field. For example, the reports of one patient from Asia. If the patient wants to transfer in the U.S., then the medical doctor can send in any platform inside the internet. Usually, it's Cisco and Microsoft. If you look at the video, Cutler, Cisco, Microsoft, and Sun Micro system. Okay, Sun Micro, but Sun Micro is bought with another company now. Okay, um, if these data in medical information in the hospital, in healthcare, it's easier and accurate. You can ask any medical doctor how they enjoy the information technology in their field of medicine. It will help a lot. It will help a lot. And how much more in marketing? In the field of, in the general marketing, lesson of kotler. You can find there, if you look at the marketing management textbook of kotler, uh, you will get sample cases in any kind of business, hospital, manufacturing of consumer goods. He loved to give an example for his case study, like Procter and Gamble and Unilever. He loves to give the example of the toothpaste product. Okay, if you look at his video. But in this marketing 4.0, he tries to emphasize the importance of uh, shaping the market. Okay, I will write that here. Shaping the market. Shaping the market. Uh, okay, shaping the market. In this book, Cutler emphasized the power shift. Okay, uh, he emphasized that consumers today has the power to choose their product. Okay, just like before in your community or in your city, for example, you go to the shopping mall, for example, you want to buy one product, one consumer product, and sometimes the product is not available in Asia and available in the US or in other parts of the world. But for example, in your city or in your country, it's not available. This kind of product model, okay? That is before physical shopping in the shopping mall. But today, online shopping is more versatile. You can choose the model. You can buy it in Amazon. You can ask the you can ask the company to deliver in any parts of the world. Okay, you have that in online Amazon, Alibaba. In local in Asia, we have the Shopee and Lazada. Alibaba is also good in Australia, in parts of the world. Alibaba is competing with Amazon. So there are more specific websites, online sites, uh, like if you want to buy shoes, if you want to buy car, if you want to buy, there are specific websites that you can go and they offer only certain products. So that is the connected customer. That is the new shape of the market today, 4.0. And it's more horizontal now, according to his book in chapter 1. It's more horizontal. You can check the your goods in transit, right? you order something in one online store, and the third party logistic will offer the company uh, a special connection with their website with the logistic company, that you can have the what you call the tracking number, for example. That is long time ago, like DHL, FedEx. Once you order the goods from any parts of the world, then the logistic company will give you the tracking number, and you can check that in your smartphone. Where is your delivery now? What port? What customs country is your goods now? So customer today is more horizontal. You have more power to control your purchasing and your buying. These close relationship with the companies are both good and bad, actually. Negative because, example, in the social media, marketers are 24 hours watching their example in Facebook comments. You cannot prevent that customers are always positive when it comes to your when it comes to your product. Okay, if they don't like your product, they will put a comment in your Facebook page, and you need to manage that. Okay, long time ago, it's only one way. The communication is one way through television and TV and brochures and billboards. It's one way, and you can only notice the feedback through the sales report. But today, the company can reach directly to the customer, as well as the customer can reach directly to the company marketing department. It's good, and sometimes it's bad, but it's the new shape of the market. According to, it's more what, horizontal. Okay, horizontal, according to Cutler. Horizontal, inclusive, and social. Okay, that is what Cutler emphasized there in chapter 1. Okay, now this connection, Cutler always repeatedly uh, emphasized the word connection in the digital world. Being digital native, according to him, they can make purchase decision anywhere, anytime, involving a wide range of devices. Right? Wide range of devices. This is the devices that will reach to the next level of 5.0. The machines, the devices will keep uh, closer to the organic body of human being. Just like, for example, I will give you an example. I always give this example to my students. A long time ago, the telephone. The telephone is only for, conversation. You cannot see the face. You cannot see intimately uh, your customer, for example. And this telephone is only in your office or in your house. That's all. But later, when Motorola introduced beeper, Motorola introduced the big phone, the analog phone. Ah, you are now somebody, you are more powerful than anyone in the office because you can carry your cell phone, your analog phone to anywhere, but only speaking and, conversation. And we have the speaking and the text message, the Nokia speaking and the text message that is more powerful now. Salesmen, managers can go around the country, visiting their sales office around the country, more powerful with their communication gadgets of Nokia talk and text. But later, when Apple introduced the internet inside the phone, and that is the revolution now. The next revolution is that the internet is inside the phone of the mobile phone, and next time the internet will be inside our nano microchip inside our body to check our medical status, and everything is there. Our IDs are everything is there, and that is how 4.0, 5.0, 6.0, or whatever going up. It's more on the organic human body, and the machines will go together. Why? Because we need to connect, just like the customer, the government and the people for governance. It's much easier for the government to connect to the people. For now, it's only social media, the freeware. The next thing is that your ID, your national ID, your passport is inside your body. It's inside your body, and it's all accuracy, data information. And if a government, if an organization will have this data information inside your your system in the government from one customer or individual in one country, it's much easier to manage. Data revolution, that is what we call in marketing of Upler. And what else? He discussed about brick and mortar in companies like ENG, success of ENG. Uh, he emphasized as well that you cannot have a 100% online right away. You need to adjust with the culture. Example, if you are in a country with the governance of a third world country, you cannot. Uh, but on the negative side as well, if you are a country that you cannot cope with the new technology of the 4.0 and 5.0, of course, your international business will be affected. You will be out of the loop. Again, your international business will be out of the loop, meaning your communication for marketing, international marketing and business is lower. Nobody will invest in your country because these big companies today, they are all high tech. ERP system, enterprise resource planning. It's all data information. They cannot, it's like an airplane. It's like Airbus and Boeing now. Uh, it's all, even the cars today are all auto drive. The airplane cannot fly without the contact of the tower from the origin and the destination. Right? It's all computer, and that is what will happen in marketing and international marketing and business. If you would say, okay, if you are a government, for example, If you're a government, and you will say, it's okay, I will not upgrade my system in the government. I will not upgrade the system in my country. Low tech, it's okay. I'm fine. Okay, you're fine, but you will suffer in terms of investments of this uh, big company. Because, for example, if the company will come and check your infrastructure for communication in business uh, in your country, example, country A. Okay, country A and country B, you compare country A to country B. Okay, A is not good. A country A is low internet speed. Country B is high speed internet. And for example, if my company is Alibaba, okay, I will go to country B. Okay, I will go to country B. I will not go to country A because the speed of the internet of the country, and this kind of internet speed of the country is with the government's authorization in the higher house and the lower house. So if you are a government and you will not embrace this 4.0 and 5.0, I will tell you, you will suffer in the future. And that is the emphasis of Cutler there. Of course, Cutler is he mentioned about government later in the chapters, how companies and government will go together. That it's very important that the slack of technology between government, and you can observe that uh, if not privatized entity, like some some companies, government companies, it's not 100% government anymore. Okay? You can find that anywhere in the world because they need the infrastructure, the technology infrastructure of these private companies. Because private companies is fast, they're hungry of knowledge from the universities, and they can help these public government companies. That is the emphasis of like projects of the roads, like projects of the infrastructure of the government. The private company will come in because if you rely on government facilities and technologies, it's very slow, very slow. Online interaction. Okay, that's what I'm talking about a while ago. That the online interaction and offline interaction for now is hybrid in marketing, in international marketing. It's hybrid. Hybrid. Uh, a good example of hybrid is the service of the bank. The bank service will offer you everything in terms of service. In terms of service, the bank will give you still the bank book, the traditional bank book, bank service, internet service platform. It's not 100%, right? You can still go to the office if you want to use your bank book. You want to update and print something in your bank book, but you can use your ATM machine. You don't if you don't want to during COVID time, you don't need to use the ATM. You use your smartphone because you avoid touching the ATM machine keys. the keypad of the ATM because everyone is touching the one during the height of the pandemic. So at that time, the application is very useful. The smartphone application of the bank, you can transact your banking in your smartphone. So all of these services in the bank, I give the bank example because they did not close the bank book service. Although they have the new application in the smartphone application of banking, but still the old application of bank book are still there. Okay, are still there. It's not deleted in their service marketing. Okay? What else? Cutler also talked about digital subculture. We'll write that. Okay, these subcultures, um, these subcultures will emerge from the online community. Right? We don't know yet. Maybe later. Okay, this will show you that in the future there are subcultures not in the real world but in the uh, digital world. That's why we call virtual reality. Right now, what the Dubai and Thailand is offering this VR digitalization, right? Blockchain. Blockchain is actually a subculture. Uh, we will notice this one in the future when people when people start to become more comfortable in VR and AR. But it's there already. Dubai is offering it already. They are number one. The gamers can explain. These gamers. I don't have time to play with this game. These games, computer games, the recent computer games. It's high tech. It's like a community inside the internet. And advertising now is advertising now is in the gaming. There are things that we don't know from these young people now. What are their subcultures inside their avatars in the internet? Okay, so that is the thinking of Cutler in terms of the future of marketing inside the virtual world. Okay? Marketing inside the virtual world. Yeah? This will create subcultures, right? Later, we don't know yet. And as marketing science and marketing scientist, you will focus more on this. That's why Cutler is interested. That's why he wrote 5.0. Okay, 5 5.0. Uh, the customer in this time will have more engagement online. Okay, we will be engaged more online. If we reflect, I wrote that. I even put a where is that? wireless education. Data, datafication. In my last blog, writing blog, datafication. Uh, I put there the diagram. Global institutions, I think. Right? I wrote that February. Uh, Global institutions and their promise, right? By Joseph Stiglitz, Globalization and Discontent. Agora. I think the Agora. If you look at the my blog last time, the Agora, uh, I will try to open so that you can see. You look at this. Okay, this is the evolution of humans and machines. That we need. This is the summary of the two books. If you, this is science. I mean, sorry, this is IT, and Kotler is marketing. But I told you a while ago that Kotler is making like 4.0 and 5.0. It's all about technology and computer and marketing. And I will tell you again, I'm telling you again that Kotler is emphasizing more on technology because of this, right? There is an evolution of technology and the organic human being. Because again, we cannot survive in the future without the help of the data technology. Our human mind is not enough to solve the problem of our society today. We need computing, right? Our governance with the human thinking is not enough. We need higher computing. We started from abacus. We ancient civilization used abacus to compute problems of their society. Uh, Later, we have the computing of the, you know, the modern calculators, and now we have the computer, internet. And later, the computer will think for us. Artificial thinking, artificial intelligence, right? This is the evolution that we are expecting about humans and machine. And that's why, again, Cutler is making this book 4.0 and 5.0. That's the reason there. Okay. What else? So again, it will create subculture in the future. It will create subcultures. It will create also lucrative market. Because of the subcultures, we will have what you call lucrative. Why lucrative? Why lucrative? Because it's new and unique. Right? It's new. Sorry. It's new market. It's lucrative market. You can see that. It's a new cyber world. We don't know yet the extent of this blockchain in currency. I told you about in my writing blog. I told you about blockchain of knowledge, blockchain example in the library and knowledge and all of that. But in blockchain of currency and money, we don't know yet what is the extent of this blockchain technology in the aspect of money, monetary. So again, it's a lucrative market, according to Cutler. Game changer. And because of the subcultures, it will lead to digital lifestyle. These subcultures, okay, I will go back to this bullet. This will lead to digital lifestyle. Okay, everything now. As you can see, long time ago, during the time of the television, one family. Just imagine my, my speaking here and my story here. Just create a picture in your mind. Um, just imagine, long time ago, the whole family will sit together in the living room and try to watch in the box of the television, watching the news, watching movies. But now the family are what? They can go by their own uh, choices of programs inside YouTube, inside online uh, movies in Netflix. So this population today in the digital life, it's more vast and colorful. Okay, it's more vast and colorful. You can see. Okay, you can see. Now, what is another one here? What is important in this subculture is that uh, all youth are the key to mind share. Young people, because it's all in the new world of the mind. Okay, this is what I'm talking a while ago. It's all in the new world of the mind. That these young people, what they think inside their blockchain, block of interest, block of topic of interest inside the internet, it will create a new culture later. Like, for example, these people, let's go to the freeware. These young people enjoying TikTok. I don't know, or what are those activities inside TikTok. But there are a group of young people who are fond of this, short video clips. They try to make it viral, and they are already in a community, a subculture inside their digital life. But these are all mind share from one person to another person having the same, like for example, dance move. They have, you go to TikTok. These are mind sharing. These are this young youth mind is the key to the new subculture, according to uh, Butler. Okay, and excuse me, we call that today. We call that netizens. citizens of the internet. Netizens are the citizens inside the virtual world. And later, these netizens will have their own virtual identity and culture in the long run when we go to 5.0. Okay? When we go to 5.0. Because the aim of internet through globalization is to mimic the organic on-site activity in any form, classroom, business, in any form. If we can mimic those activities inside the internet, the movement is inside the internet, then we can have less, uh, you know, carbon emission. We can have less carbon emission. Like for example, meetings, business meetings, class meetings. If you have 100, 120 students in one class, example, one student, one car. So 120 cars will go to 120 cars will go to the university during your class. That is climate emission, climate change, a problem. So again, if we can mimic, we can copy the activities, the organic activities in any form in one country, then we can lessen the carbon emission. Actually, we can lessen the carbon emission. So online activities, digital lifestyle will help the problem of global warming. Digital lifestyle will help the problem of global in any field. Just like for example, your department in the company, you are like for example in one department you have like 50 executives. Okay, these 50 executives should go to U.S. for a meeting. You don't need to go to the U.S. anymore because if you fly the airplane, that's carbon emission. Every time, this is physical science. When there is movement, there is emission, there is waste, there is energy, there is waste. Okay? So if we can minimize this waste of energy, and this waste is toxic waste, we have the smoke, we have the whatever. I don't need to discuss that anymore. But this mimicking of activities in the real world to the online and virtual world will help the problem of global warming. Okay? So, digital economy. In chapter 4, uh, global now, uh, Philip Cutler discussed about digital economy. It's the whole economy, it's the whole country, it's the whole world. Because this is data, because this is digital, we need to follow the digital rules. In my last writing blog, I mentioned about that, that the WTO, the IMF, the World Bank, the United Nations, these are global entities. And what in governance and politics and economics and business, uh, these world entities right now are they are having a hard time to shape the world because we have different standards. We have different standards. And I'm talking about standards in diplomacy and business and economic. But if we have this digital highway, according to Kotler, digital highway, there is an automatic shape of standard. Okay, so the people in IMF, for example, they can easily understand the stock market and the central bank of one country, for example. They're doing that already. Uh, the same with the government, but government, because of politics, it's very hard. That that is in my last blog also talking about Brexit and the European Union. But globalization and digitalization will help for the understanding of the people in IMF, these people in these global entities, right? Like the World Bank and WTO. So actually, sorry, uh, digitalization will help globalization from the micro level up to the macro level of economy. Okay, following this highway of information is very useful for not only for marketing in a private company, but for according to Cutler, it's the digital economy, right? It's the digital economy. So if you go to the last part here, uh, 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 Cutler also mentioned about his classic four Ps, but his classic four Ps now are commercializing the four Cs. Four Cs are what? Cost, competition, customer, uh, customer value. Right? This will change when you go uh, digital, cost based, competition based, and customer value based pricing method. Okay, these pricing, especially pricing class, it's really low cost if you go online. It will cut. Sorry, it will cut the intermediaries along the supply chain. Okay, you can have the case study of Amazon for that. It's a good example. Okay, and the last thing that I'm sharing in this blog, I will talk more about this book. I will focus more about 4.0 and 5.0 as I go along with the discussion of uh, the books in information technology, right? Information technology. I like to integrate with this because this is more on marketing using the digital economy, right? The digital economy. So I will focus more on this. I will dig deeper in this book 4.0 and the other book 5.0. But the last graph that I showed you in this writing is in page 36. Let me see. Yes, you can see this. I cut and paste this graph in in below my writing. This is actually similar to this. Right? The integration between organic humans and machine. And I know some of the movies, for example, it's in the negative part of interpretation of organic humans and machines, but it's not. Actually, the point of having this, again, I will repeat, the point of having this one is to, for us humans to survive. We need the integration of machines and humans, especially in medical science, right? In medical science. Without machines, we cannot create medical uh, technologies that can help prolong the life of humans. Right? I will go to other books like the, not it's not business. It will become business later, but it's more on medical science uh, philosophy that in the future we try to eradicate death. Okay? We try to prolong the life of humans because right now we are so exposed with the virus and bacteria in our ecosystem and everything. That's why we have death. Okay, I've read that. I will share that next time in my blog. But Cutler in page 36, uh, he mentioned and put a diagram about digital marketing. And also, it's mentioned in chapter 5 of this book, level of engagement. Okay, level 1, marketing mix, right? Traditional marketing. Sometimes you go to the office of the company, and the secretary, the person there in the front desk will encode your data, your personal data from the paper that you send, you submit. Okay, like for example, the governments in governments like third world countries, you go to the you go to the one government house, for example, one bureau, whatever kind of bureau in the government. Okay, you go to the government, you submit your form, your paper, your form in a paper, you write something, okay, you submit. It will take a long time and a lot of error. And the front desk or the secretary will what? Encode the data from the paper to the computer in the desktop. That is the traditional way of encoding your information. But later, no more secretary. You just swipe your passport, you just swipe your ID card, and later you just swipe your hand, your right hand with the microchip inside your skin. It's very small. It's very powerful that it can uh, save all the data of your government data, for example. Okay, so level of engagement. This level of engagement is talking about how consumers and the organization are more engaged using digital technology and digital marketing. Okay, and that is the last part of the blog that I'm sharing to you right now. I will continue this one. I am more interested how Cutler is uh, integrating the information technology to marketing, science, and communication. That's why he is more on the side on this one, right? The evolution of combining humans and machines. That's why he wrote Marketing 5.0. So all the marketing in the supply chain will go online. Okay, it will go online. As what I have told you a while ago about my uh, discussion about my class, that it's more easier to manage my class right now because of my Microsoft Teams. I give that as an example to show you that that would be the same in marketing and the whole supply chain, and even government. Again, if the government, any national government that will not concede to this digitalization, you will have a hard time. If you are now in third world country, if you will not strive hard to be digitalized, maybe your third world will become fourth world country. Because later, when all of these big companies will go online, it will be very fast that you will be outside the loop. You will be outside the loop. I will tell you. When you are outside the loop, you cannot get, of course, you want the juice of capital. You want the juice of capitalization. And you will not have that one. Okay. The bad thing is that when you are in a third world today and you will not embrace the digitalization, you will not stay in third world. You will go down to fourth world because according to Kako, as what I have told you, that it will what the civilization will advance. It will not go backwards. It will go advance. So if the civilization will advance to the next level in the digitalized world, your third world will become fourth world. It means that your model of government will become very old model. So that is the point of Cutler there in marketing aspect. But later in the book, he talks about economy. When you talk about economy, you're talking about governance of national government and international government. Okay? So that is all for today. I hope you can get something on my talk about the book, Marketing 4.0. This is a good book, actually. Uh, it's moving from traditional to digital, moving from traditional to digital. Uh, Philip Cutler is helped by some of his colleagues here. I don't know them. Only Cutler, because Cutler is famous in his making this textbook. Okay. Uh, I like to share this in my blog because this book 4.0 is 5.0. Besides that, it's more on technology and recent virtual world, market, digital economy. It's also a narrative essay type that it's not more on a technical case study like what we use in the classroom, like chapter one, chapter two, and then you have a activity and case study. It's more on, that is more on for the students inside the classroom. But this one, it's more for reading, uh, luxury of reading. Okay, the luxury of reading. Okay, so that is all for today. I hope you enjoy my presentation. Next time, I will use as well the platform of Microsoft Teams because it's very easy and very convenient. Okay, very convenient. You have chats here if you want with my students as well. So thank you very much for today. I hope I can uh, get some feedbacks if you want. You can just I don't use I just use my website, so you can write in my website if you want. Okay. Thank you for today. And uh, I will stop sharing now. Okay. And I hope you will read. Please read my blog. My previous blog will connect to the next blog, by the way. So I hope you will like it. If you want some of my books, then please tell me. Okay, please tell. Thank you very much and have a good day, everyone.